Okay, welcome to the first day, everyone. We are starting with hair bonnet, and now this is what you need to make your hair bonnet. Yeah, and I have my elastic, my roller, my French curve, my scissors, and two material. I'm going to Ankara and my this thing and my lining for this particular tutorial. It's just for tutorial sake. I already have hair bonnet. Now I'm going to fold my Ankara into four. I will start by cutting my Ankara. I'm going to fold it into four as if I'm cutting full flare. As you can see how I'm folding it, as if I'm cutting full flare. So I'll fold it into four. In this particular tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to make two different designs with this one particular design. So just pay attention. So I'm going to measure out how big I want my hair bonnet to be. Like I measured 11 inches. You can make it longer if you want it to be very big, but 11 inches should be best so that it will not be too small. But if you want it to be bigger, like you're somebody that parted hair, you want it to be bigger, you can choose to make it 13, 14. But for this tutorial I made it 11 inches, and I will mark it just like you're seeing me doing it. I'll mark it that 11 inches. I'll mark it round as if I'm cutting full flare. Now I've marked it round. I'm going to go ahead and use my scissors to just cut it. I've cut it out, and now I'm going to open it for you to see how it is looking like. It is full circle, like it is full circle, just like flare. So I'm just going to place it on my lining and cut it out. Now this is my lining. I'm just going to place it like that and cut it out. I'll cut it out, and both of them the same size. You can choose to use the same Ankara to cut it so that it won't have front and back. You can use just combine any kind of material you want to combine. Like this my own will not have front and back but I'm using lining, so it's a bit transparent. So I'm just going to sew it round, right side. Like you see, I placed the lining on the right side of the Ankara, so that's how where I'm going to match it, and I will leave small opening where I'm going to turn it out after matching it. Now I've gone around to sew it round just like I told you. So I'm just going to turn it out from that opening that I left behind. Now that from that opening is where I'm going to fix my elastic. That is where I'm going to fix my elastic. So the opening is very important. So I'm turning it out from the opening. I'll turn it out and I'll take it to my table to iron it. I'm going to iron the edges so that it will be smooth. I'm not going to show you where I iron it so that this video will not be extremely long, but as I turn it out like this, I will just take it to my ironing table to iron it out so that the edges will be smooth. Then I'll bring it back and show you guys what it's looking like right now. I've ironed it out and that opening is still there. So now I am going to measure from the edges. I will measure half inches. I'm going to make two lines, and you will see the reason why I'm measuring two lines, because we are making two different designs of hair bonnet with this particular material. So as you can see, I measured half inch from the edge, and from that line I measure another half inches. So I'm going to match around the first half inches, then I'll still match around the second half inches, leaving the opening. Now as you can see, I have made the two line. I've matched the two line. I sew it around, leaving space for where I'll pass my elastic. As you can see, I've matched the first line and I matched the second line. Now I'm going to pass my elastic on the first edges, for that edges, for you to see the first design I want to create with this particular that first line that I matched. That is the edges. So I'm going to pass my elastic with my safety pin through it. That's first line towards the edges. That's where I'm passing my elastic. You are going to see the difference when I pass this first one. I will show you, then I'll pass the second one, and then you will see it. Now I'm passing my elastic around it with my safety pin. Now I'm through with it. If this is what you how you want your hair bonnet, this is the normal hair bonnet. If you want it this way, then you just go ahead and match your elastic together and top stitch on the opening, and you are done creating your hair bonnet. It's not difficult. Now after this, I will lose that elastic and pass it through the second line. Now I'm going to pass my elastic through the second line so that you see the second design. In case you want to create that particular design, then you just match it this way and then pass the elastic in this particular place that I'm pointing. The first one I pass it through the edges. Now the second one I'm going to pass it through that second hole. Now watch how I pass my elastic through the second hole. Are you seeing where I'm passing it? That's how I'm going to pass it around. Now you see the difference. This one I have pleated mouth, like the mouth is longer and it's pleated. That is how to create that pleated hair bonnet. When you check some hair bonnets, some of them have pleated mouth, like when you wear it, it have pleated mouth. This is how to create it, while the other one is just normal hair bonnet that the elastic pass through the mouth. Now this is it. This is the second style that you can make if you want to sell it. It's two different designs. The other one is normal, the other one, this one have pleated mouth. I will still post the video, the picture of two of them, so that you understand clearly what I'm teaching here. So this is your hair bonnet. If this is the one you want,